Good afternoon. A warm welcome to all our viewers from Disruptive Education Movement, a movement by Dr. Sunita Gandhi ma'am. We are here again to do another great webinar on 21st century skills for educators. Today with us we have our eminent speaker Mr. Barkathullah Khan, Head Skills Development and Corporate Relations, Avinash Group of Institutions, Hyderabad, Telangana. A warm welcome to Sir on behalf of GETI, Global Education Training Institute, initiative of Dr. Sunita Gandhi ma'am. Sir, we welcome you on our speaking platform or on our webinars, and it could be great listening to you, your journey and your work. I already know you very well, and your entire journey as a trainer. You are a master trainer. You could be one who could be defining yourself more better rather than just giving a small introduction as head skills development Avinash Group. I know there are more feathers in your cap than this. So it is our honor to have you here today as our speaker, eminent speaker. So on behalf of GETI, I welcome you, sir. Over to you, Barkat, sir. Please share your
Thank you,
views
Hina.
and make sure that we do a lot of learning with you today. We are making sure of that.
Definitely.
Thank you, sir.
We
Over
learn
to
with
you.
each other. Thank you. Okay, I welcome you all personally and thank you for the Global Education and Training Institute for providing me an opportunity to have a live session with you all. Before going ahead with the topic for the day, I would love to give a brief introduction about myself. I do possess 21 years of professional experience in training, more than 15 years. I was associated as an employee with Wipro, Accenture, and Dell International. Later, I was with one of the training academy in Abu Dhabi, CES, that is Creative Education Services, in association with Abu Dhabi Education Council, where I was a master trainer mentor for IGCSE, Cambridge Curriculum Schools, AERO, that is American Education Reaching Out Schools, and CBSE, Indian Curriculum Schools. I came back to India and I was a freelancer with Cognizant, L&T, Honda, and other small companies across Pan India. I was working as a corporate trainer. Recently, I joined Avinash Group of Institutions as Head Skill Development and Corporate Relations. About the Avinash Group of Institutions, I would definitely love to tell the only institution in India who's providing 25 plus global finance career for under one roof. And it's awesome, really fantastic organization. And the only institution in India to induct life skills curriculum in academics, that is in higher education, starting from intermediate to graduation, and for professional courses like chartered accountants and company secretaries. So welcome and welcome all once again. And let's start for the topic of the day. Okay, the session about today will be about 21st century skills for educators. It's very, very important because worldwide, we all know each and every universities or the organizations, they are actually promoting the life skills. The mandatory life skills has become mandatory worldwide. Now, when I talk about the 21st century skills, normally the four C's comes to our mind. Am I right? The number one is communication. Number two is collaboration. Number three is critical thinking, and number four is creativity. Now let's start with communication. When I say the word communication, we all know the communication, very important part is language. Before that, what exactly is communication? See, communication is a process of exchanging ideas, views, and thoughts. I'll repeat, communication is a process of exchanging ideas, views, and thoughts. And conversation is an interaction. Now, coming to communication, the language plays a very important part. As we all know, English language is a global language. And English language has 6 levels of certification by the Cambridge British Council. And Cambridge has very clearly stated that English is not only a language but also a skill. I'll repeat, English is not only a language but also a skill. That means it has become mandatory not only worldwide, in India also, in every single sector, industry. When you go for a job, whether it's a government or private or public sector, whatever it is, you need to have a very good English skills. When I talk about English skills, I'm talking about the macro skills. The four skills of English language put together are called macro skills. The LSRW concept: listening, speaking, reading, and writing concept. We'll come to this part later. Now, coming again to communication skills. Now, there is a huge difference between a basic competencies and communication skills. I'll repeat this. We need to understand this very clearly. Okay, I'll repeat this again. Basic competencies and communication skills. What happens? See, I'll tell you in schools, colleges. I'll give a very good example of what is happening in today's with today's generation. We all know that we are living in a technologically sophisticated world. We use desktops, laptops, mobiles, the smartphones. Okay, and what we'll do is we all know how to access internet and pull out beautiful websites. For example, I'm a school teacher and I'm teaching students of 8, 9, 10 grade. I give an assignment to students. I tell them that, okay, I'm giving you 4 days of time. You need to come and submit your assignment on day 5. It is all about communication skills, types of communication, levels of communication, importance of communication, barriers of communication, and how to overcome the barriers of communication. Students will say, definitely, sir, we'll do it. What happens? They go home, and parents are also very smart. Students are much smarter than them because they are in the 21st century, the generation, and they use smartphones and all. They pull up beautiful websites and they just copy paste. Please understand this point very clearly. Just copy paste the content. They pull out the content and copy paste, and some are very smart in that copy paste. They add the pictures as well, and they come to school and submit the assignment. And teacher says, "Wow, fantastic! You have done a very good job." However, if I'm a teacher, what I'll do, I'll look at the assignment and say, good work, hard work. So I'll keep this to myself. Now you explain. Hindi mein bolte hain tare zameen pe. At that time, the child thinks, oh my God, what happened? Because this is empty. When you do copy paste, this is empty. Because you've just done the copy paste and you've got beautiful presentation. Now coming to the important, the basic competencies are 3: read, write, and calculate or compute. The more you read, the more you write, you understand the language, you understand the subject. Also, you can minimize your grammatical mistakes. It's mandatory. The read, write, and calculate. Why calculate, compute? You go outside after completing graduation or PG. Any organization you work in, they all have aptitude test. Why? They want to test your mathematical ability, your analytical capability, how your logical reasoning power, and how much comfortable you are with the numbers. Now, these are the 3 basic competencies, the required mandatory compulsory skills to step further to take up the communication skills. Again, communication is of 3 levels. The first step is listen. We all say that a good listener is a good speaker. Absolutely true. Listening also has different levels. There is listening and active listening. Listening is you just listening and just understanding. Active listening is when you really have a notepad and pen handy with you. Right now, we are having a live session. I'm giving you inputs about the 21st century skills. Most of you, I'm sure, will be having the notepad and pen handy with you because you can take down the notes, what the session is all about. So that you can recollect and understand, okay, these are the things what I learned in the session. The writing habit, making notes, is a wonderful habit. It keeps you, up to date. You can understand, you can recollect the information, and you can, again further talk on your own. So that is listening. Then comes speak. See, speaking is not all about, you're coming up with beautiful, what we can say, a good grammar or beautiful language. Everything is mandatory required. How you speak is very, very important. You should speak very clearly and very confidently, and the meaning, the message should be conveyed in a best possible manner so the other person understands. That is the meaning of speaking confidently and clearly. And that's also concisely. Be to the point. Talk what is required. Be very precise. We need not elaborate everything. So that's how we need to talk. Now coming to this, speaking also requires very much importance, because here is where most of them fail. We all are prepared speaker, not spontaneous speaker. Now, how to become a spontaneous speaker? The more you read, the more you write, the more you listen. Trust me, you are getting in here, the more knowledge base. The more you increase here, the more you can talk. And when you have the knowledge base here, now what depends upon the next is the conversion rate, your thought process to your words. If you think, if you can talk, if you think, if you can talk simultaneously, that's very important. How you think and how you speak, the simultaneous thought process. If that is there, you are going to become a spontaneous speaker. And it's all with the practice. Over a night, you cannot become a spontaneous speaker. You need to practice a lot. Got it? So now speak. The last one in communication is the presentation. Why presentation is very important? We all know that presentation is very, very important because it matters a lot. Not only your eye contact, your facial expression, your hand gestures, your body language, how you present yourself. That shows how confident you are, how knowledgeable you are, how intellectual you are, how can you put it forward to others. That's very, very important in communication. So now I'm very sure that you understood the difference between basic competencies and communication skills. Putting this together is what the communication is all about. Now, again, communication, I touch base the language. When I say language, also understand language also has a very particular role where the sounding part. See, we all know word, alphabets, words, vocabulary, phrases. But how the language becomes beautiful when you sound, when you start sounding. That is the reason we also train students or corporate employees on phonics. Phonetics, no, it's phonetics is different. I'm talking about phonics. Phonics are the sounds of alphabets or the language of alphabets. For example, in English language, there are 26 alphabets and 44 sounds. If you know what are vowel sounds and what are consonant sounds, and if you know what are short sounds and what are long sounds, and if you know what are soft sounds, what are hard sounds, trust me, when you talk, even if you go mistake in grammar wise, if you make grammatical errors also, people will love to listen to you because you sound beautiful. You know, the ladies do makeup, they look they want to look beautiful, they do makeup. Same way language, when you do makeup by sounding, you sound beautiful, and that's important in any language. Coming to again touch base the language. Now language has always a three level, whether it's English, Arabic, Urdu, Tamil, Malayalam, where you take any regional language, any international language, French, Spanish, anything. See, any language has three levels. Number one is the language perception. See, I'm coming from a Islamic background. You know, I talk Urdu at home, but when I don't know English, what I do is I try to translate my Urdu language to English language. That is my perception because I don't have the proper understanding about the language. I'll give you a very good example. In Urdu, we say ayena, baitiena, khayena. I'm sorry, ayena, baitiena, khayena. Now, when I try to translate that in English, okay, I say, please, I say, come no, sit no, eat no. Just a minute, okay. Now I'll repeat this again, okay. I say, come no. Then I'm inviting that person or not. That person will feel, insulted. Then I asking him to sit no. Because see, I'm habituated with my perception of Urdu language where I translate same into English language. And that is not the mistake of the person. It's okay. When he wants to learn or she wants to learn, that's okay. At least they're trying to come out, talk. That is the perception. The next level is interpretation. That is the role of a teacher, a faculty, a trainer, a mentor who can train that individual, make he or she understand how to frame a proper sentence using prepositions and fillers so that you frame a proper sentence without grammatical mistakes. And that's when you interpret the language and you learn the netiquettes of language. That means you are learning the language in a most best simple possible manner. Next, the third one. Now, third one depends upon the individual. If he or she wants to pick up the language and beautify the language or come out with standard international phrases or vocabulary, They need to enhancement is the third level, where individuals do a lot of research and attend more training programs or take more training certification programs in order to have a good language base. So this is what all about the communication skills is. Now coming to the second part, the first one is communication, second one is the collaboration. Now collaboration is very important because we are talking about the adaptability skills, the flexibility skills, the social skills, the social manners skills, the relationship building skills. Because see, we all know that to make a relationship is very easy, however to sustain a relationship is very tough. And that too in this competitive market where you don't have time, you're running to office, you're coming to home, and you don't have much time to interact with your relatives, with your friends. This is very challenging. And now how you smartly you take time out in corporate world, if someone comes and tells that sorry I don't have time, what I would say, what we would say, we say, don't give the nonsense excuse, because there is no time for everyone, there's no time for anyone. If you're smart enough, you will take time out. You should be smart enough to take time out to make a relationship bond, a bonding relationship, that is to sustain the relationship. It's how you manage your time. The time management skills comes under this collaboration, where you can have the teamwork skills. You're bonding with others. You're having a teamwork. Working with a team. You should think according to your team. You should have that understanding with each individual. That is the multicultural or multilinguistic or multi-talented individual. We can say in very simple word, multifaceted. That's how you put together an individual who can mold himself, herself according to the team or the needs or the demands of the uh, time. Got it? Now, so collaboration again. I will touch base here again. The adaptability and flexibility. What happens is we are, some are very particular that no, I am not okay with this, or I have certain terms and conditions. Okay, we do accept your terms and conditions, but however, do you also understand the expectations of the institution or the organization where you showcase your sense of belongingness, your ownership? What I'm talking about the ownership here. Why sense of ownership? The two qualities you should inculcate to bring out the sense of ownership. Number one is your sense of responsibilities. हम लोग उर्दू में बोलते हैं जिम्मेदारी का एहसास. Then comes अपनापन का एहसास, that is sense of belongingness. Do you really possess these two skills? If you really possess these two skills, then trust me, you are one of the best teamwork person. That's about collaboration, and this you need to inculcate the very good qualities. Next, I'm talking about the critical skills. Now, critical skill, the critical, it comes from the mindset, because we all know mindset is everything. I'll repeat, mindset is everything. See, I'll give you one very good example. Dr. Abdul Kalam sir was taking a session in Oxford University. In middle of the session, a boy raised his hand. He says that I have a question. And sir said, okay, please ask, my dear child. You know what the boy asked? The boy asked, so what is the difference between a station master, a railway station master, and a school master? It was absolute silence because everyone were curious to know what is going to be the answer. And sir very beautifully answered. Sir said, my dear child, railway station master minds the train and school master trains the mind. I'll repeat. The station master minds the train and a school master trains the mind. This statement came from whom? Do you remember? It's our Dr. Radhakrishnan sir, the first president of India. Absolutely. And he already stated this. And it was very great to Abdul Kalam sir. He stated at the right time, at the right place, and to bring that, in his thoughts and explain. That's amazing. After that, he gave a very good, very good explaining about why mindset is very, very important. See, anywhere in the world, whether it's school life or college life, the first condition is to understand the mindset of the students or the participants. If you really understand the mindset, and if you make the mindset clear, peaceful, focused, and controlled. Please understand the four very important part here. Peaceful, clear, focused, and controlled mindset, then trust me, you are unstoppable, because the positive vibes comes from your mind and your body. You can think positively, you can speak positively, you can act positively. So mindset plays a very important role. Please understand this. Now, when I say again this controlled mindset, there's a beautiful test we can actually test ourselves when we are alone at home or any room or any place when nobody is around us. There you try to test what all mind the mind brings in your thoughts, what your mind says, what your heart says. That there is where your real test is. If you really have the controlled mind, if you really have the peace of mind, trust me, you are the best individual and you are unstoppable. So this is what I'm going to talk about now: ability to think clearly and rationally. When I talk about the critical thinking, it's ability to think clearly and rationally. Rationally, what about what to do and what to believe. When I say rationally, it is what to do and what to believe. Your belief system is attached to your critical thinking, your belief system, how you believe, what you believe. So that there comes another very key value here, that is trust. Trust. The most of the individual fail in life because they don't trust themselves. They don't trust their own abilities. So please, so you need to trust your own. First, understand who you are, your self efficiency. In order to do that, you need to go through certain tools, some analysis tools. For example, SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis, as we divide, is internal, external, SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. S and W, strengths and weaknesses, are internal, opportunities and threats are external. If you work on your strengths, if you increase your strengths, you are decreasing your weaknesses. The moment you increase your strengths, you are able to take up the opportunity by avoiding the threats. This is how you need to work on. And why I said internal, external? Strengths and weaknesses are our own, where I have the control, that's internal. Opportunities and threats are external, where I do not have any control. Hope I'm clear. Now, when you work on this, you're actually increasing your thought process, your mindset, and you become very positive in your thinking. Got it? The last one is creativity. Creativity is very, very important. We can say a new approach, new idea, or a new path, or a new concept, or a new process. You bring in some new things. How it is possible? If I ask you a question, what are your hobbies? Most of us just ignore. Yeah, I just love to listen to music. I just paint, or I go for a long drive, or I love to listen to music, or I go for swimming. Okay, you need to understand why hobbies. See, hobbies is habit, a good habit, and habit is intersection of three. I'll repeat: habit is an intersection of three: knowledge, skill, and desire. Knowledge, skill, and desire. Knowledge is what to do, skill is how to do, and desire is want to do. You want to do it. Now, I'll give one more example. If I have this job, 9 to 6 job, and I'm working 6 days a week, and only Sundays I have. Even on Sundays, I go for some outside events and all. So in that case, if you do not get time to practice your hobby or habit for almost 10, 15 days or a month, what happens? We are human beings. We get irritated. Yes or no? We get irritated. Our mind gets disturbed. We become uncomfortable. That shows what? The habit, the good hobbies, good habits, you need to practice regularly. It will make you more creative. It will give you, a new idea to your thoughts, your mind. You can bring a new, even a new concept, so you can create something new. The creativity. These are the innovative practices which you bring in, and this is very mandatory when I talk about the creativity. So these are the four C's we talked about, the 21st century skills: communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. Now, with this also, there is a topic which we need to discuss, that is how to shape the minds of the next generation of students. Now, with this, I would like to connect the 21st century skills, where we also talk about the literacy skills, right? Literacy skills. What are literacy skills? We all know the literacy skills is the root of the knowledge. Root of all knowledge is the literacy skill. I'm talking about the literacy. It's about read, write, analyze, or decision making, problem solving ability, everything. Even it can be taken into, like, the what we go with the what's happening now in this generation, this competitive world. What is ICT? We know ICT is information and communication technology. Everything is technology based, and we all know artificial intelligence and machine learning taking up the entire workforce, and it's the boom in the market, because artificial intelligence and machine learning has transformed how we approach to IT or marketing or sales or banking or finance sector or education. Any sector you take, artificial intelligence and machine learning is transforming them. And that's where we need to update ourselves if we really want to have a good job, if you really want to survive in this competitive market. Success is later part, please. The problem with us is, if we join any organization, we want success immediately. It's not possible. Definitely you'll get success, but not immediately. Understand this point very clearly. There are a lot of hard work, commitment, focused and disciplined efforts you need to put it up. And for that, it's a beautiful concept called learn, unlearn, and relearn. The literacy skills comes with you when you have this beautiful concept of learn, unlearn, relearn. I'll give you a beautiful example. If I'm a school teacher, I became a school teacher because I learned that subject. I became the subject matter expert. Then, while teaching students, I unlearn myself. See, sometimes even I don't know that I have brought something new, and I'm surprised that I have delivered something new to my students, my students in class. That is unlearning. Then again, after that, when you relearn, when you do a lot of R&D, that is research and development. If you do a lot of research and development, that's very, very mandatory. Please understand this point, the educators, because the moment you stop learning, I'm very sorry, you're stopping your growth, and you are losing your brand value. As we put it together, if I ask you a question, how many of you want to earn? EARN, earn. Everyone say, yes, sir, I want to earn. It's mandatory, compulsory, great. If I earn, I can enjoy. Earn, enjoy. Now, the condition is, if you want to earn, put a L in front of that. That is learn. If you learn, you can earn. That means when you love your learning, you can enjoy your earning. See this beautiful concept, the psychological connection here. If you love your learning, you can enjoy your earning. That means learning is a never ending process. Till death, we learn. Do we have the open mind to accept? See, sometimes we may learn from a kid, a child, but what stops us is the ego. How you can avoid the ego, how you can become a very simple individual where you have the open mind to accept and the willingness to learn. That will make you a true professional, a true knowledgeable, a true educative person, and a true intellectual. So this is very, very mandatory literacy skills. Okay, now let's take it forward. I'm going to talk about the some other skills coming up here, because when I also shared this the topic, the other another one is inspire leaders of today for a disruptive change in education. What is disruptive? Disruptive. What do you mean by disruptive? Actually, if I tell, it's creativity or innovative. Disruptive means something you're coming with new. The change in education. How to bring the change? When you change yourself, when you're ready to accept challenges, when you're ready to learn in future, when you're ready to learn every day. हिंदी में कहावत है, उस्ताद भी सिखाता है, जिंदगी भी सिखाती है. We all know that. And उस्ताद सिखा के इम्तिहान लेता है, जिंदगी इम्तिहान लेके सिखाती है. Now let's come to this in translate in English. Master teaches you a lesson and life also teaches you a lesson. However, there's a huge difference. Master teaches you a lesson and takes a test. However, life takes a test first and teaches you a good lesson. Are you able to learn that? And this is why important life skills is. I'll give one more example here. If a boy or a girl who completes 10th standard or 12th standard schooling, coming out of the school, and if I ask them how many years of experience you have, The boy or girl will say, "Sorry, sir, I'm a fresher. I just passed out schooling." My question is right. Answer is wrong. They have not understood my question. My question again, I'll repeat. How many years of experience you have? YEARS, years. That means if my age is 16 or 18, I'm coming out of schooling, I have 16 years of life experience. Am I right? 18 years of life experience. And that's the fact. Yes, that's what we need to understand. Life, a learning experience. So that is the reason most of the people you go out, you can see even the auto rickshaw drivers or the housekeeping staff, the security, they behave in a much professional manner, even if they are not literate people. Why? Because they learned with life lessons, and life has taught them a very good lesson. They learned, they had that intention to learn. That's the huge positive point from them. We need to take it up. So that's what the life lessons is I'm talking about. Now, when it comes to this again, okay, let's have a clear understanding about this again. Yeah, okay. About the literacy skills I was talking about. Now comes to the life skills. Why life skills has become so important in every walk of life. Even life skills, as I said, we have this inducted the life skills in intermediate and graduation in Avinash group of institutions. See, this is the first institution they have brought in the life skills the curriculum. And why life skills? We are already understood the importance. Not only in India and across the world, the life skills is in demand. If you connect, I'll tell you a very good example here. Soft skills, language skills, soft skills, employability skills, all falls under life skills. Language skills, soft skills, and employability skills all falls under life skills. Now let me very clearly tell you what is life skills. Okay. Now, first soft skills. Okay, let's understand these soft skills here. Soft skills, the word says soft, which can be easily molded. Then skills. Skills are the hidden talent inside an individual. What we are doing is we are molding that individual to bring out his talent and skills so that that particular individual can showcase that skills at the right time, at the right place for the right purpose. And that is soft skills. That means soft skills are individual centric or self centric. Now, employability skills. Employable, the word says very clearly job. It's job related skills. How to face interview, resume formats, power dressing, corporate grooming, self management, goal setting. These all comes under the employability skills. Now put together all comes under life skills. For example, there's a barber or a tailor. They are expert in their own area. It's a hard skills. It's a life skill. They're earning. They're earning, with that life skills. So everything falls under the categorization of life skills. Now, again here, the international bodies or international organizations had very clearly mentioned that if you need employability across the world or globe, there are 6 skill benchmark required. Number one, basic competencies. What I already told you earlier, that is read, write, and calculate. Number two, communication skills, listen, speak, present. Number three, adaptability skills. Number four, group effectiveness skills. Number five, developmental skills. Number six is leadership or influential skills. Now, why this leadership? What exactly is leadership? This also falls under this category of 21st century skills for the educators. You should be a good leader, taking care of a team, setting an example. A leader is a person who sets an example and shows others how to do it. See, the traditional approach, just ignore now. It's not going to work out in this competitive market. Traditional approach is I will walk, you follow me. It's not possible. In today's competitive world, the leader is taking the team along with him. Come, walk along with me. Thus, you're showcasing them, you're setting an example for them. Now, there are 3 power habits to become a very good leader. Now, number one is encourage instead of criticizing. Please understand this point very clearly. What happens, we don't encourage, we just criticize. We love to criticize people. Hey, come on, yeah, you don't do this, or you're not good at that. It's horrible. We just keep on criticizing. We are not even ready to accept what good he has done or she has done, or what qualities he has or what qualities she has. We are not ready to encourage because our ego stops us. So please avoid this, avoid the criticism, and start encouraging people. Start encouraging your team members. Start encouraging even the non performers. Trust me, they will change themselves. They will start performing. So encourage instead of criticizing. Next one is understand instead of judging. The problem here is we jump into conclusion. We judge people. We don't want to, understand. See, I would say I'm a good lawyer of my mistakes and good judge of others' mistakes. Got it? Put it across. I'm a good judge of my mistakes and good lawyer of others' mistakes. That's what going on now. So you need to be understand about what your mistakes are. Understand that. Be ready to accept. Be ready to correct yourself. Then you can move forward. Now here the important part is understanding. To understand, you need to really listen to others, give ears to them, and analyze according to the situations. Once you start understanding, trust me, you will not criticize. You will slowly bring down the criticism part. The third important quality of a power quality of a leader is initiate instead of ordering. What happens if we become a good team leader or a trainer or a manager? We start ordering people. I'm very sorry. You need to stop. You need to first initiate, show them how to do things, not what to do things. You tell them what to do, but also show them how to do. That's a true leader. In this 21st century, the leader is one who really leads and shows the team how to deliver and how to make things happen in workplace. The personal productivity comes in place here. I'm talking about the personal productivity. It's how you utilize your time. It's how you utilize your resources. It's how you utilize your knowledge base, your subject knowledge, and how you're understanding about the products and services, or the concept of process. Now, when I connect to educators, what is the school system or the education system? What are the protocols, the policies, and how we are running the school? What are the benchmarks we are setting? What is the mission statement? Are we clearly defining the vision statement, keeping in mind in transforming our children and making them a successful career? This all interrelated, connected, because we are here for our children, for students, for their career, and there is no compromise. Please understand this. There is no compromise for quality on this. It should be absolute quality deliverables. So that's what I'm talking about, the in leadership skills required to bring in a disruptive change in education system. Now, putting together all these things, I'll recap this again from the start. You know, the first one we discussed what the was the 21st century skills 4 C's. We discussed about communication skills. We discussed about collaboration. We discussed about critical thinking and also creativity. Then I went ahead and explained about how to shape the minds of next generation of students, where you need to relearn yourself, have the literacy rate, understand the technology, also have the understanding about the AI or what are the latest technology happening in education sector, and you want to what we can say, upskill yourself. These are the USP of a good educator. Unique selling points of a good educator is that he or she never stops learning and learn and explore themselves so that they can share with others. Then also we discuss about the inspire leaders of today for a disruptive change in education. So that's what I was explaining to you. So these are the things I wanted to put it forward. With this, I would just touch base the very important part again, that is the emotional intelligence. Now, emotional intelligence is very, the last part I'm going to cover here is the emotional intelligence. The skills to help you develop your emotional intelligence is practice self-awareness. Now, what is emotional? How it is coming? I'll tell you. I'll explain you very easy, simple words. EI, the emotional intelligence, has two areas. One is IQ, one is EQ. IQ is your intelligent quotient. EQ is your emotional quotient. how much emotional person you are and how much intelligent person you are. And putting this together, where you can adapt yourself, when you have your own self awareness, where you have proper understanding about yourself, proper understanding about others emotions, others feelings, and also coming out with the problem solving capability and decision making ability, you are actually showcasing the emotional intelligence to others. And emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. So that means emotional intelligence is becoming very critical in this competitive world so that you can come out and showcase your best knowledge base as well as make things happen at the workplace. So this is very important what I was talking about. So putting all together, these are the 21st century skills required for an educator to make it successful, a win-win for all, even for the education system or the institution or the faculty and for the students and the parents as well. So that's all about the session about today. Now I would love to put an open discussion with you all. Let's have a Q&A, question answer session. I would love to answer you all if you have any questions. Hina, it's mute. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a wonderful session with you. Thank you so much for
Thank
the
you. Thank
great
you. Thank
learning.
you.
I think people could really understand that when the phrases that you have used, especially with a fresher, how many number of years experience you have.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. It was something unique, like years. Years,
Yeah.
the relationship between, how it
True.
really goes. It was so good to know that people, as you have come across many people, you have interviewed them, and they always, as a fresher, say that I don't have experience,
True.
but they actually have experience of life, which they forget
Absolutely.
to add in. They forget to add
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think the viewers could really be benefited with all your information about, many people, when we say IQ and EQ, even in today's world, people
Yes.
forget that, oh, what is EQ? It's IQ. You're not pronouncing it correctly. Then we have to say, no, it's emotional quotient. That is
Yeah.
again a very important thing. You just
True.
don't need IQ, but in your day-to-day life, you need more of EQ rather than IQ,
Absolutely.
isn't it? I think
Yes.
thank you so much that you, and as you said that the people who are working as, I can say the employees who are supporting employees to us, whether the watchmen or the domestic help, they have more life experience, so they have more
Absolutely.
wisdom with them. There's a
Yeah.
lot of wisdom. They do
The
not
message
have the book knowledge.
the
Yes, sir,
yeah
please.
the message I want to convey is we need to give value for each individual, equal value to each individual, equal respect and love to each individual, because it's their
True.
profession. We need to really value that.
True, true, true. Absolutely true, sir. We need to, when we are teaching life skills, I think the most important thing what we may have to educate our next generation is the values.
True.
As I remember, being from an ICSC school, we had a particular subject called as moral science.
Okay. Okay.
But in today's, in any curriculum that is missed out,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
used to have SUPW in
Yes.
ICSE.
True.
So
True.
there was something for the society, and all
Yes.
these major things are missing right now. We have to
Even
educate.
I studied in Kendra Vidyalaya Central School. We do had
Okay,
SUPW work where we really understand the moral skills or the true life skills what is required to make a
true.
survival in future.
True, true, sir. So it's not just like as you wisely said it. It's a very common phrase, but when it is said on a right time, it has more effect. Like
True.
in school, you first learn and then you get the test. But in life, first you get the test and
Then
then you learn.
yeah,
you know this
yeah, yeah,
is what we have to actually prepare our generations to be very sure about what they are going to do. Wisdom, values, skills,
yeah,
IQs, EQs, I think this all has to be learned, and I am really thankful to you for sharing all your beautiful ideas with us. It was
Thank you.
wonderful learning journey to me as a host. I hope all our viewers could be surely having a wonderful journey with you, sir.
Thank you.
And we surely look forward to hear more and more from you. Thank you so much, sir, for the great learning. Have a great day, sir.
You
Thank
too.
you.
God bless you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye.